So, turns out there was still a little bit more of Doki Doki Literature Club, and I wasn't aware of this. Um, a fantastic viewer hailing from Russia mentioned this to me on my YouTube channel, and I was very, very excited about it. When I, ooh, so much happened before. When I believed the game was over before, I kind of had a sneaking suspicion it wasn't, right? Like I reached the end of what seemed like the end of everything. And in the video, in the VOD, part 4, the finale, I mentioned, like, Monica's not on the screen, on the new game screen. She was before, I'm pretty sure. But I was so tired at that point that I was like, maybe I'm just, I'm gonna go to bed. Turns out I was right. Um, and that we still have a nice little chunk of gameplay left. I am really excited about that. So, let's get to it. Let me just switch this. There we go. Alright. Turn this down just a little bit. That should be good. Move my mic a little closer to my face. Okay, so now return. So there's nothing here in the load game slot. Interesting. So we'll do new game. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. What's up, Diddy? Hey, Jacob. Well, there already is one girl. The girl's Theori, my neighbor and good friend since we were kids. We used to walk to school together every day. And recently, we picked up that habit once again. Jacob, are you proud of me? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Please? It's good motivation. Fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Jacob, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not. I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Sorry, my phone was vibrating. But something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time? When she's starting a club of her very own. Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient. You'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why... It's an awkward sentence, let me read that again. Sorry, it's just written weird. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see... I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Jacob? What are you doing here? I glance around the room. You're the Jacob that Sayori's always talking about. Sayori. Avery Black, I had a feeling you'd get excited. I missed you. You're talking about Sayori, I know. But yeah. See, you're the Jacob that Sayori's always talking about. Waifu, she's back. I saw you dead. Don't leave me again. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Jacob. We're the Literature Club. Hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. It's nice to meet both of you. Fuck that. I was gonna say both you guys, but not good. I look forward to working with you. Working? Exactly what I thought. Sayori. Jacob, don't tell me. You're... That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours. Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way. No way. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, if Sayori is this happy, I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone, sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. That's funny. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cute little kitties. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Those look amazing. Hehe, well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Yeah, I did, Reblack. This is like the epilogue. I thought I completely finished the game, but it turns out that there's a little bit more left. A viewer mentioned that to me on YouTube, because I've been posting the VODs on YouTube. They were like, yeah, so I watched all your VOD, and you didn't do 100% of the game. There's still a little bit left, and I was like, gotcha, we'll do it. Sayori talks with her mouth full, and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. She deserved to die. Period. I did what I needed to do. I told you very early on that that was my goal. At a certain point, I was like, oh, I'm gonna kill her. She's going down. So she did. She deserved it. She would have sat in that room with me for 300 years and just stared at me. I've seen the YouTube videos. I looked up a whole lot of stuff about this after I beat it, but I still don't know what happens here. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. Exactly, Reblack. Exactly. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. The Keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Jacob, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? That's the third time I've heard this man say manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey Yuri. Eh? Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides... Yeah, she's literally an introvert, that's true. It's a good point. Manga is literature too, you know. So if Jacob wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. That's sweet. I'm glad it's great to see this, honestly. This is just how this life should have played out for all of these characters, and it's beautiful to me. After seeing, like, the hell that we had to go through, get this far. Like, the concept of an AI keeping me in a room with it for eternity unless I deleted it. Like, I don't know. This really just warms my heart, honestly. This feels like the purity I thought was here in the beginning of the game, but like deceptively there were so many undercurrents to the themes, right? Of like the depression, the anxiety, everyone feeling like they're not enough in their own different ways. Like, I'm so happy to see just like this purity now. It's great. Diddy says, man, Reblack, you love Biscuit him. Sorry, you love this game with all your heart. That's what you meant to say, and you said you biscuit him? That's really funny. That's a really funny typo. Natsuki. I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. He can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Jacob? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. I missed that. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah. You're right as usual, President. Hehehehe. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. And as for Yuri... Eh? I have to read manga? Jeez. You were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kinda hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. If you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really, really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. Sayori becomes the president like she should have, and Natsuki and Yuri and chill. It's... Yeah, like, this feels like all is right within the universe now. And it just took, like, sentient AI character being torn out of the universe and the universe restarting. Damn. It makes you wonder, to some extent. You just insulted her, I take it back, that's funny. It makes you wonder, though, to some extent, like... This universe definitely seems better off without Monica. But is it complete? Like, does this universe have gaps in it? Like the previous one that we were in? Like, when Sayori was missing, my character knew. In the beginning, he recognized that she was gone. Is this one like that? Let's find out. Natsuki, I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. Hehehehe. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, it looks like it. Nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Jacob. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Jacob. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. You said, well, Monica really didn't do anything until Act 2. She did. She was doing stuff the entire time. It's like subtle though. Like Monica, like, due to Monica's existence, these characters were all in disagreement with each other and personal disarray. And she was the one who made that happen. And she tells us that in the end of the game. She's like, I purposely tried to make them seem like not an option to you by ruining their lives. But you still like them anyway, and I was never an option. That was like a whole psychology aspect to her character. That was really cool, I liked that a lot. Like, she was the one who kind of like nurtured Sayori's depression. She's the one who nurtured like the introspection on Yuri, and like purposely made Natsuki kind of feel like less than human because of what she dealt with in her own life. It's really good, honestly. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey Jacob, I really want to thank you. I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. Hehehehe. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. I have literal chills running down my arms, down my whole body right now. That's intense. Wow. The music just dropping out like that. Wow. I'm just savoring this moment because I know when I click forward, it's gonna be amazing. This game is so good. Wow. So I was right in thinking that, like, you can't just take people out of this universe. You know? Like, even someone that's sentient like Monica, that's fully sentient, being taken out, it seems like that, to some extent, has now granted sentience to a degree to these other characters. Like now they're aware something's missing, but the world feels more complete to them because of what's missing. I guess. That's really interesting. Let's keep going. Okay. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything, Jacob. Hehehe. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this. With you. Forever and ever. Forever. This is too much. It's fucking me up right now. I feel sick. I feel actually sick. Okay. Alright. What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Ah, I'm sorry I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Jacob. Goodbye, Literature Club.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked
Freaking out.
really, really hard on it. So yeah.
She wrote the theme music.
The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality if I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat? What do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
That was absolutely beautiful. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I understand. Oh, let me take that from the top. I was a little choked up. Alright. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. Something's gonna scare me when I hit this. Script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. Is it done? Is the game like done? Yeah, that's a beautiful song. Well, now I feel like I need to open the game again. What? That really is the end. When I open the game, I just see that again. Wow, so we've really finished the entire game. That's beautiful. Time to get new endings. I'll probably just look them up, if I'm being completely honest with you. I don't have the patience to read through like 80% of the same stuff over and over again. That was an amazing game, though. If I got the plus version, like the updated one with like extra stuff in it, I would play this again. 100% I would play it again. Wow. What a heavy game that is. I've really, really enjoyed that. I guess, okay, so here's my parting words on Doki Doki Literature Club. The most important thing in your life is your friends. I'm I'm 26 and I've realized that a little too late. When I was young, I treated my friends sometimes as if they were disposable. The best part of life, truly, at this age, what I've realized, it may not be your family. You may not have the best family. I didn't, growing up. But your friends will always be there for you to like share what you love with, to be honest with, be passionate about things. Don't be scared to tell your friends what you love. Maybe they love it too. Don't be scared to grow closer to people, you know? Like keep your mind open and your heart right. And also, don't be selfish. That's a big theme of this game, I think, is greed and want. In life, we don't need a whole lot, you know? We really don't. We don't need a whole lot. We want a whole lot, We think like what we want will fill our hole inside us. We all have one. Some people fill it with religious texts. Some people fill it with their passion for things. Some people fill it with distractions. What you do need in life is good friends. Nobody can go through this all alone. I promise. I'm gonna end it on that. I'll be right back and we'll play some more Ocarina at a time. That'll be fun. See you guys in a second.